Hi, everyone. I'm Audrina Patridge, and welcome to my premiere live signing. I'm so excited to talk to all of you guys about my new book, Choices to the Hills and Back Again. I'm here with one of my best friends and stylist, Joey Tierney, and she's going to actually be helping me today answer all your questions and reading me some of the questions you guys sent. So we're going to be having fun for the next 45 minutes, talking and telling stories and getting to know you guys. But first and foremost, I'm so excited for you guys to read this. I feel like I was really open and vulnerable and really just talked about everything in here as much as I could. And really just spilled my heart out about everything that you guys really want to know. It's all condensed into one place here. So it's been it was a very therapeutic, it was a process, it was a journey. And there's a letter at the end that I write to Kira, which was very emotional. I couldn't even read it out loud during my the audio book. It was really hard to get through, but it's a beautiful letter, and I can't wait for, one day she is going to read this book. And one day she is going to Google my name and watch The Hills. So why not clear everything up? And, when we get to that point, we'll be able to answer all of her questions. Hi, Karen. I ordered mine. Thank you. I'm so glad you ordered it. You guys will have to let me know what you think. I really hope that people can connect to it and not feel alone or just be inspired in some way or another. And also just vicariously live through me and the hills and like what I went through with fame and a little behind the scenes moments of what it was like 10 or 20 years ago living in LA and getting invited to all these amazing events and opportunities. Hi, James. Let's see, messages. Okay. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I know Joey has a bunch over here that some of you guys have already sent in. Should we start with one?
Yeah. Catherine from Colorado says, what is your favorite memory from filming The Hills?
My favorite memory. I don't think there's a favorite. I think there's a lot of memories that I love and cherish. Some of them were actually with you, just filming in my bedroom. Because Joey's like one of my OG best friends. So whenever you get to film with someone that you're with all the time, it's so much fun. But a lot of my favorite memories on the show were going on all the trips. When we went to Costa Rica, Hawaii, we went to Cabo. I feel like when we got out of LA, it was like we were on vacation and everybody kind of let loose and let their guard down, and we just had the best time.
Lori from Hollywood, Florida.
Oh, Florida. Hollywood, Florida. I haven't been there yet.
Hi, Audrina. You seem single-minded, also honest and popular. I have my moments of outbursts of temper too, but what is the purpose of life? Jeannie Gilardi, thank you. Looks in an exciting book.
Huh.
What is the
I'm
purpose
single-minded,
of life?
but I'm also very open-minded. I listen to other people's opinions and love to debate, but I don't judge or hold people accountable for their thoughts and feelings. And you have your moments of outburst of temper too. I mean, I feel like there's different ways that you can do, and I think in my book, I talk about the ways I dealt with my emotions. And for me, I usually shut down and I run. It's fight or flight. I don't fight, I flight. I'm out of there. So for me, I have to learn how to communicate more and not run and work through my feelings and emotions. But what is the purpose of life? I think everybody, Lori, has their own purpose. You have your destiny. I think there's a purpose for all of us. And sometimes you don't know what that purpose is yet, but you definitely have a purpose. And one day you will discover what that is for your life. For me, at this point, I feel like when I had my daughter, Kira, my purpose is to be the best mother and to guide her from what I've been through. And hopefully my purpose is to help all of you guys and just everything I've been through with the show and the choices I've made in my life and the consequences of those choices, good and bad, where it led me. I hope that you guys can learn from my mistakes or from, not even mistakes, but just determining what your purpose is. And just, I think the purpose is really just to help others and to love and to bring love and peace into the world. So. Oh wait, hi Robin, I pre-ordered your new book from Australia. Amazing. Thank you so much for the support. James, what kind of music are you listening to these days? Gosh, I love all kinds of music, but it depends what mood I'm in. Lately, I really love listening to Morgan Wallen. It's country, and Joey laughs at me. There's a few songs that are so
That was like
good.
the last thing I thought she was going to say.
But I'm more of like an alternative indie rocker girl. And then I do love some rap and R&B.
Yep.
And you've turned me on to a few artists. Mac Miller and who else? There's actually this band my daughter and I love. It's called Nathan Day. And there's a song called She Came Down from the Stars, and it just has an amazing beat, and it's a great summer song.
Hi from New Zealand.
Oh, hi from New Zealand. What time is it over there? I feel like it's, in New York. It must be like, I don't know. I'm glad you guys could join from all over the world. This is awesome. Brendan, good mama. Thank you. I love my daughter, and I prioritize being a mother over anything. So that is my pride and joy, that little girl. What else? Hello, good morning, Ray. Okay, let's read another question.
Brenda from Massachusetts. Are you and Lauren still great friends like when you used to live together? And do you miss living with her being on the show?
I think after the show, everybody's lives changed. Whenever we're filming, we're with each other all the time. And then when we're not, we're with our families and our closest friends. So we all kind of went down our own paths, but we're cordial, we're friendly. We're not friends. We don't talk all the time. And do I miss living with her? I feel like whenever we were so young in our 20s, we lived together in that apartment. And at that point in my life, it was great. It was amazing. We went out every night. We had no responsibilities. We got up in the morning. We didn't care what we looked like on camera. We had mascara running down our face. And we would always talk about what happened and the gossip of the hills and stuff. But that was fun. But I love living. I love where I'm at now. So that's that.
Cameron from Colorado, what inspired you to write this book now?
To write this book now, I feel like it seems like I did The Hills a lifetime ago. I'm 37, and when I started The Hills, I was 18, barely 19. So I feel like I've learned a lot on the show and just in life in general. And I felt like it was time to share my story, and with all of the messages on my Instagram DMs from everybody out there, I was responding back so much, and it was like I wanted to do a book on dating and what I've learned in the red flags, but it just started turning into the choices I've made in my life and about the hills, going to the hills and back again, and where I was in between the hills and going back and where I am now. So I figured, why not put everything in one book, and hopefully I can help and inspire other people so they don't feel alone, or they could learn from my mistakes and just kind of vicariously live through what I've been through. It's and entertain them. I hope you guys like it. You'll have to let me know what you think.
Callie from Minnesota. What's the biggest takeaway you want your readers to gain?
The biggest takeaway, I feel like, again, it's just really connecting with people so they don't feel alone, being in a toxic relationship, a toxic friendship, not feeling ashamed or humiliated of what you've been through, and learning a lesson in what you've been through and growing from that, because it might seem hard what you're going through now, but it's all really, there's a purpose in it and there's a lesson and a reason. So try to be positive and look at the good side of it. And I know for me, some of the things in this book, even filming the hills, it was like the end of the world for me. But looking back, it's really funny, and I learned a lot, and I was like, okay, that was the lesson in that. Now, people can learn from me and like kind of not take life so serious all the time. It's not forever, and you get through things, so you're not stuck in a rut forever. Let's see. Who else? Tanya, please tell me you can post to New Zealand. I love that there's so many people from New Zealand. This is
Right.
awesome. Marvin, gorgeous ladies. Thank you. Hi from Peru. Hi,
Peru.
Vanessa.
That's cool.
Are you friends? Oh, Senora. I'm still learning at 53. Yeah, I feel like no matter what age, there's always new things to learn and discover about yourself, and you never stop learning. So, are you friends with anybody from or anybody of the hills? Yes, I talk to Brody all the time. Frankie, we have a podcast together every Tuesday. It's called The Hills Rewatched. Was it real? So we'll give you the scoop and spill the tea on that. And I talk to Kristen, Jason, and sometimes Heidi, but I feel like that's it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hi from the Netherlands. Oh my
So
gosh.
cool.
Hi. Shannon, hi from Virginia. How long have you been working on your book? It's actually writing a book is a long process. This book, I had a ghostwriter. Her name was Jen Schuster, and she was amazing. She was almost like a therapist to me. But we started off from making a list of what all of my fans always want to know. And we kind of went from there and started it off from Hollywood and fame and behind the scenes of what's real and fake on the show. And then about my relationship with Justin and then Corey and what went on with my divorce and what I was going through mentally. You know, the things that people Google and see online and read online that I never have to clear up. It was a long process of adding all that into my book, but there's just so much we had to cut a lot of it out. So yeah, it was quite the process. It took like, I don't know, I want to say 2 years to do. Let's Katie, what is your favorite memory of the show? I think we already answered this. Probably going on all the trips, for sure. Love your good vibe energy. Thank you. Jacqueline, is there one thing that you wrote in your book that you would love for your child to learn more from you? I want my child to learn more from me in the sense of not falling into peer pressure and saying no and sticking to your no. And no matter how many people are trying to manipulate you or instigate something to happen, like say no, be a leader. Who cares what people think? Don't be a people pleaser. So I talk a lot about that in here too. So if anything, I want my daughter to be strong and independent and not care what people think and be a leader and just say no. You and Justin Bobby were my favorite couple. Thank you. Hi from Niagara Falls. Hello, Jacqueline. Shannon, looking forward to reading it. Thanks for answering.
Hi from Texas.
I know. Hi from Texas. I hope I'm not missing any. I think. Oh, hi from Ohio. Hello. This is so
Falls.
What is your favorite chocolate? I love See's candy. It's like, especially around the holidays, I get this See's candy chocolate, and I could eat not the entire box. My mom does. I'll eat half of it. How many books do you have out now? I just have, this is my one and only book, Choices to the Hills and Back Again. So we'll start with this one. Maybe there will be a sequel. We'll see. Are you scared for your little girl with men later? No, because I feel like she's so strong and independent and she's going to make the right decisions. And one day I'll sit her down and teach her watching the hills and teach her what guys not to date and the red flags. And this is what mommy did. And this is what happened because I did it. So you can make your own decision, but you know, you have the power to choose if you want that kind of life or if it depends on the path you want.
Choices.
The choices. See?
Lauren from Arizona. what inspired the title of your book?
Well, writing this book, it literally all came down to the choices I've made in my life and where those choices took me. Everything from, dropping out of college and moving to LA, and the choice of getting a job at a photo studio, laying out by the pool, getting discovered. Like all these little choices led to where I am today. So that's why we ended up naming it Choices. And everything I write about in this book, I could have wrote a book about everything that's happy and like positive and keep it super, you know, bubblegum and cookie cutter. But I didn't. I chose to go to talk about the moments that were hard and the moments that changed my life forever and how it changed my life, and all those lessons of those choices that I made. So I feel like there's a few lessons in here that when you guys read the book, you can relate to, and probably maybe you're going through it right now. So you can kind of see the choice that I made and where it led because of that. What else?
Tyler from Indiana wants to know, what was it like to be in the limelight in your early 20s? Was it as glamorous as it looked?
The limelight in my early 20s was amazing. It was so much fun. We had so many great opportunities. I traveled the world. I got invited to the most amazing events and parties and birthday parties. And I talk about a lot of that in my book. There is this prince in the Middle East, and he flew me and a bunch of other celebrities on a private jet to his birthday party in Vegas. And it was just so surreal. It was like, is this really happening? But that, and, there was a lot of good, fun things being in the limelight, but then there's a lot of, negative, hard things, which comes with fame in your 20s, which is being judged for every little decision you make and people picking you apart, body shaming you. You're just living, but you're also in the limelight. So people feel like they could just attack you in a sense.
Oh my gosh. The paparazzi was so insane.
The paparazzi too. One time, remember we were on Rodeo Drive, and there was probably like 20.
Like which time?
Well, this one time when one paparazzi hit my car, like a hit and run.
Oh my gosh, I was there. Yes,
and we were afraid to get out of my car because they were surrounding me.
It was crazy.
It was scary. It was really scary, and they just stand in front and they don't move, and you're trapped. So I got a lot of anxiety from that.
Yeah.
Thankfully, you were with me through that one. Yeah, so that's what came with the limelight in my 20s too.
Hannah in New York wants to know, were there times that you thought the show portrayed you as something that you weren't?
Yes, there were definitely a lot of times where I was being portrayed as something. This whole situation and what they edited together was so opposite of what aired, but what aired was very entertaining and it was great. We got good ratings from it.
Yeah.
But in the real life, like I was playing my real self, Audrina, but like improv acting almost and embracing the drama. And also then with editing, they're making it even juicier, changing things up. So there was a lot of moments where, we had to bite our tongue and just roll with the punches and just say that that's what happened. So it was nice once the show ended, we could all finally say our truth and our piece. And even with the deleted scenes and stuff. And I talk a lot about this with Brody and Frankie on our podcast. So it's interesting.
Shannon from Michigan wants to know, hardest thing you have had to learn, biggest unexpected blessing from it all.
That is a very good question, Shannon. The hardest thing I had to learn was letting go and walking away from a toxic relationship. Even though I was so blindly in love and it was just so bad, but I had to rip the Band-Aid and enough was enough. And one or two incidents happened and that was it for me. I never looked back. And along with that, the biggest unexpected blessing from it all was my daughter. My daughter came from that relationship. So that was a blessing and I would do it all over again.
She really is a blessing.
She is. Kira's the best. Let's see. How much did your new book influence you to write your book? How much did your new book influence you to write your book? Well, this is my very first book. So what influenced me to write this, I kind of went through that already, was just my life on the hills and the fame and all the questions from you guys. It's all like in one place. Hi, Jade from Montreal. Wow. When did you become a Christian during your life, Audrina? Very good question, Peter. I grew up a Christian. I went to Sunday school, and I talk about this in here too, before the hills, like where I was and growing up. I was in like the theater church group for a little, doing drama here and there. And my mom was we were in our Sunday best dresses, hair curled Sundays, like we would go to church. So I feel like growing up, I knew who God was. And even though in my teens and early 20s, I kind of strayed from that path and I went through some really hard things, but I knew when I needed to go back to God and that He was there for me. And, I was never alone. So I think those morals and values and just knowing who God was and where I could go was very important to learn at a young age, because I feel like so many people now just feel lost, like they don't have anywhere to go, or they don't have anyone that's going to love them unconditionally. And you could pray, like the power of prayer is amazing. Hi, Wayne. Audrina, it's your oldest fan. LOL. 58 years old. You're still crushing it. Thanks, Wayne.
Nice.
Christelle, hope to get your book here in the Netherlands or just order it in the US. Oh, I think you could. Is it going to be available in other countries? Oh, we don't know yet, but you can order it online on Amazon or Barnes and Noble or different bookstores here. Or you could go on my my Instagram and my bio link. There's a link you could go to, and it'll say buy my book, and there's a bunch of options. So, Robin, what is your favorite fashion designer? Your favorite? Well, actually, this is my favorite fashion stylist. Favorite fashion designer? I feel like you always dress like, and what I have on today, it's Gucci and Balmain. Balmain. Is that how you say it? Balmain. But something that's affordable, I love, like,
there's great affordable places like Forever 21,
Zara.
Cool. Zara.
I love
H&M.
Yeah, For Love and Lemons. Yeah, there's a bunch, and even Amazon now has like clothes on there that I've actually ordered. Surprising, I know, but I've ordered a few just basic white tank tops, and they fit so good.
Oh yeah, you were saying you love this.
Yeah, but favorite fashion designers, and Peter Dundas.
Oh yeah,
he's amazing. So like those are like usually our go-to for red carpets, right? Mm-hmm. Like anything you want to stand out in and make a statement. Those designers are awesome.
Jack Moose.
Yeah. Wait, who's the other one with the beautiful dresses?
Joanna Ortiz.
She has the best.
She's Colombian.
Everything. That Colombian designer. She has beautiful, beautiful dresses. Robbie, you two are very, very pretty ladies. Thank you. Senora Haro. Did I say that right? Haro? Continued blessings in your life and success on the book from Oklahoma. Thank you so much. Are you going to be at the Barnes & Noble signing your book, Audrina? So yes, I will be. Actually, today, if you guys are in Jersey or on the East Coast, I'm going to be at Bookends in Jersey at 7 o'clock. Oh, 6 o'clock today at Bookends in Jersey. And then on Thursday, I'll be back in LA at Barnes & Noble at 7 o'clock. So
at the Grove.
At the Grove in LA.
Yeah.
So if you guys are out there, you can always come visit, say hi. Basically, you buy a book, and then you can come and get it signed and meet and greet with me.
Calvin from Texas wants to know, was it as dramatic as TV made it to be?
Yes. At moments, it was very
because it definitely like bled into your real life. Yes. Like it didn't just live on TV, Like I can remember
there were so many moments where I think I talked to you a lot about this on the show too, even, but there's like moments where you don't know what's real and fake, like if this person really
Right.
meant what they said, or if they're
Or is it part of the storyline or something?
yeah. So there's a lot of blurred lines of who you can trust, and if they're doing it just for the show, or if you go along with it, or do you just pull back? It was just
Yeah, like
Yeah.
what are their intentions?
But
Like, what's
there was definitely a lot of dramatic moments that you could feel watching, and those were very real moments.
Abby from Florida would like to know your favorite part of motherhood.
My favorite part of motherhood is just being a mother. I'm a very nurturing maternal person to begin with. So
Yeah.
having this little bundle of unconditional love and joy that's just looks up to you like you're
Yeah.
their everything, and trying to protect them and teach them the ways of life and be their hero, it could be intimidating sometimes because we're not always perfect, but you have to also teach them that you're not perfect and it's okay to make mistakes and learn from them. But I just love learning all of her every phase. Like Joey has a son that's 6. His name's James, and they're 1 month apart.
Yeah, which we did not plan.
Which was not planned. It just happened. So we hang out a lot, and it's just every age they're so different, and they go through these phases where now some of the things they say, they're just so curious about the world.
Yeah, it surprises me like how intelligent they are. Like they're
Yes.
very aware of what's happening.
Yeah, and sometimes Kira says things and it puts my mind, I'm like, oh, I never thought of it like that, actually.
Yeah.
Like, you're a smart little girl.
And like the innocence.
The
like
innocence.
They're so pure.
Yeah.
It's refreshing.
I guess I should sign some of these. I'm just talking my ear.
Garrett from Maryland. Do you and the other cast members still talk and hang out? What's your relationship with the cast like now?
Still talk. Hi, Garrett. So some of us cast members, we still talk. Brody, Frankie, and I are on a podcast together. And then I talk to Heidi every now and then. I talk to Jason and Ashley and Kristen. And the last time I talked to Justin was like 5 or 6 months ago.
Yeah.
So we all touch base with each other, but we don't all hang out all the time because we have our own lives and kids and, life.
Catherine from Kentucky. What's your ideal day look like?
My ideal day, a normal day for me is like we wake up at like 7:30 or 8 o'clock. We get up. I usually make Kira pancakes or waffles or cereal, and then she'll watch her cartoons. Now that she's not in school right now, we'll plan something fun, whether it's the beach or a pool day or the movies or going to the cousin's house. It's kind of nice in the summer because we don't have a schedule. We just kind of wake up and do whatever we want. But on a normal school day, we're up at like 6:30 or 7. She goes to school at 8. I drop her off, and then I usually go work out, get all my errands done, work stuff done, pick her up after school, and then she'll either have gymnastics, we do homework, make dinner together, play, and then go to sleep. And I usually fall asleep with her around 9 o'clock.
What's interesting is that's a full day, that's a full schedule, and you still have your full career that you do.
So I'm a multitasker, which I get it done.
Time management's important.
Yes, very important, which it's hard sometimes.
Shall we do 22 questions in 2 minutes?
22 questions in 2 minutes. Okay, let's do it.
Where were you born?
Southern California.
Who would you want to play you in a movie?
Mila Kunis, because she's already actually played me. Her and James Franco played me and Justin in one of the scenes we did. It was a spoof, and it was really funny.
Oh, I need to see that. What was your first job?
My first job was working as a receptionist at my family's business.
What chore do you hate doing?
I hate taking the trash out.
Oh my God, me too.
I hate
taking the trash out.
I think because growing up, my dad Like I never touched the trash. My chore was always the kitchen and the dishes. My brother and my dad did all that. Now I have to do it, so I hate it.
What is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is, I mean, I hate anything that's creepy and crawly. Snakes, tarantulas, like, ugh.
Little critters. Who makes you laugh the most?
You do. Joey does. Honestly, we have the best time together, and like even the whole time on the plane, we were laughing last night at the hotel.
We do laugh a lot.
Yeah.
What is the one thing you need to have in your fridge at all times?
For me or for Kira? I guess at all times. For me, gosh, at all times, like cold brew coffee.
I was just like, literally, I was thinking like, what do I always have in my fridge no matter what? And it's creamer for my coffee.
Yeah.
Like, I always have to have creamer.
Yeah, or iced tea just to get me through the day.
What is your favorite school subject?
I feel like when I was in school, it was art and science, but now that I'm older, I love history. I wish when I was going to school that I actually wanted to learn more and like absorbed what I learned, because now I'm a history nerd.
Not a bad thing. Who is the most interesting person that you've met recently?
My stomach's growling. I don't know if they could hear that. The most interesting person I've met lately. Oh, actually, we met her last night. She was a host at the dinner at the restaurant we went to, and she was very interesting.
Yeah,
she was beautiful. She was from Hawaii, but she had this other accent, and we were very intrigued by her, asking a lot of questions. So,
what is your middle name?
My middle name is Kathleen with a C.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve is watching Instagram stories with people eating. It grosses me out.
Right?
I don't know why people love to eat
like,
on Instagram and like take their bites and chew, and there's, I can't.
What is your guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure is The Last Kingdom, Uhtred. If you know, you know.
What is your favorite hobby?
My favorite hobby is going to the beach a hobby?
I mean,
my favorite hobby, I love music. So sometimes I just love to sit there and listen to music, and I make like new playlists. And aside from that, it's like, I guess, making slime with my daughter.
What color is your toothbrush?
It's white.
Do you have any hidden talents?
Any hidden talents? I can get out of handcuffs.
Really?
Well, because I'm double jointed, so my wrists pop out, and then I just.
And how did you discover that you could get out of handcuffs?
Well, they weren't real handcuffs.
Okay.
they were
how
like.
would one discover that they can get out of handcuffs?
I don't know if that's. I mean, I've done it like they're not the metal ones, but they're like the plasticky ones. Not that.
They have fur on them? No.
Actually, no.
What is your pet's name?
We have 3 pets. So we have Lady, who is this little girl right here.
She's the sweetest.
She's the sweetest. She's going to be 13, and she's actually not doing well right now. She's blind. She's having seizures. So we'll see how long she lasts. But then we just got a new kitten who is a Siamese, and her name is Coda. And then we have a betta fish named Snowflake.
What is your favorite word?
My favorite word? That's a very interesting question. What is your favorite word?
I don't know the wrong one.
What's your favorite word? What are your guys' favorite words?
Maybe like right now, bet. Like that's kind of a fun. Bet? Yeah, bet. It's like, okay, I'll be there. Like, sure. I think it's cool.
It's like a cool,
yeah, it's like a slang word.
Slang word.
Mhm.
I don't know. Let me see if anybody's writing. Oh. Right, Jason and Ashley are hilarious. Whit and Tim are hilarious. Yeah, they all are. They should all hang out. Okay. What is this one? Are you ever going wait, are you ever going to get married again? You know what's crazy? When I got divorced, I was like against marriage. I was against men. I was against ever dating again. I was against relation. I was like, never again. I just want to be alone. I don't care. I want to be with no one. But after I healed, went through therapy, and like not every man is bad out there. So I'm not opposed to marriage. It just has to be to the right one.
It's true.
Yeah.
What is the last album you bought or streamed?
It's gonna be like, where's my phone?
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar is good. The last album I bought, gosh, I miss going to like a record store and actually buying an album.
I bought a CD on Amazon.
Wait, Amazon sells CDs now?
Because there's a CD player in my truck.
Oh my gosh, I love you, little boombox.
What is the last gift you gave?
The last gift I gave was to someone new and special in my life. And yeah, I surprised him with a gift. His favorite, he loves candles, so I got him a set of those little.
I was gonna say, are you gonna share what the gift was?
Yes. Well, they're the Lalabo.
Oh, that's a nice gift.
They're like mini little candles, and they smell so good. It's the Santal 26. So since he travels a lot.
I have Santal 33 on right now. What cause is dear to your heart?
What cause? You know, I actually donate a lot to sex trafficking, and I just feel like it's something that people don't want to talk about, but it's out there, and girls, guys, kids, they're all being stolen in different countries and even here in the US. And I feel like a lot of people are not even aware of that. So I think it's a cause that needs to be looked at more and like more awareness brought to it.
Where do you want to go that you've never been?
I really want to do a full Europe trip. I want to go to Paris. I want to go to Greece. I want to go like do a Europe trip, go to Germany, Belgium, Spain. Yeah.
What is your greatest achievement?
Having my daughter is my greatest everything. Right? Yes. After having a child, it's like it doesn't get much better than that.
It's true.
And I also wanted to say, you guys, don't forget to get your signed copy from Premiere. I'm sitting here signing. I'm talking a lot, but I'm also signing. Multitasking. Are there any other questions? Let's just see. Who is your favorite musician? My favorite musician? Should we say Billy from Green Day? They're our friends. I'm kidding. I mean, he is a great musician, but I can't think. Would you ever do Big Brother or Survivor? Honestly, no, I would not. I don't think I would survive on Survivor. I'm more of a glamping type person. I wouldn't even know what to do. And I actually have never really watched Big Brother, so I don't know what that is. But you guys, this has been so fun. I hope I answered most of your questions. I think we got through a lot of them. Robin, your favorite word is hello. That's a great word.
Yeah, that's nice.
Thanks for writing that. One of my favorite words is pizza. Nice.
Nice, Peter.
I guess my favorite word is love. Love?
That's sweet.
Peace. I don't know. All right, you guys, we're going to sign off. It's time for lunch, but it was so good talking to you guys. Don't forget to get your signed copy here on Premiere Live. And
come to Jersey tonight if you're
local. If you guys are in Jersey or New York, come to Jersey, say hi at Bookends, and we can meet and talk some more there. So, bye.
Hey, this is John Acuff, New York Times best-selling author of 7 books and someone who's done a live signing. If you like the one you just watched, make sure you check out our YouTube channel. It's full of amazing authors having great conversations and signing books for viewers just like you. So make sure you subscribe, and thanks for watching today.